So they say trucking is not a job. They say trucking is not a career. They say trucking is a lifestyle. So when they say it's a lifestyle, that means you got to really love what you're doing out here. So when you're not working your tails off in the trucking game, what the hell y'all doing?
We adventure.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right.
That's what we try to do. The dream.
We go see everything.
And how the hell do you see everything with this big ass truck?
It's really hard to get around in this. That's why we bought a little two-wheel companion or two.
Or two. Let's check them out. Let's check it out.
I only have one here with me today.
Wait up, you guys usually have two with you?
And the other one's on the trailer.
That's awesome.
The CBX 500X.
With big tires.
Adventure bike. And then here's the girls' Rebel. Not the 250 Rebel for little girls. It's the 500.
That's right. That's right. Shout out. What's going on, Mother Truckers? Welcome to the Asian My Show. We're here today with Trucking Review Channel. How are y'all doing today?
Great, Alex. How are you?
Oh man, I'm doing amazing. You know, for people that do not know who you guys are, introduce yourself.
I'm Chris, and this is Tammy.
The girl.
The girl.
I love it.
That's
I
what he
love it.
tells me, the
I
girl.
Love it. I love it. The girl. So, you know, for the ones that don't know, Tammy and Chris are great friends. We've collaborated on so many fun things, and they actually drove down today, disconnected from their trailer, parked their trailer in the sketchy area, came down here just to hang out, just to show support, you know what I mean? And so, if y'all don't know, Truck Review Channel, I have their descriptions down below. Really quality people. They know what they're doing in the trucking game, and you know, they've done some good in it, and with that, had some success. So let's talk about it. First off, let's talk about this build right here, because not everybody has a badass truck like this. Let's walk up to it. Come on, y'all.
Well, first of all, Alex, we just want to tell you congratulations on your day that you hit that magic number. And we had to say, hey, how you doing?
Yeah. I got the text, and I was like, and then next thing you know, I'm looking around, and I go, wait a minute, I see him right over here. It's great. You know, I appreciate you guys. You know, I never thought hitting 100,000 subscribers was ever possible, but I'm letting everyone know if you want something, just keep on going, and it will happen, and that can happen for anybody.
You've worked so
There's
hard.
other members of our channel up there.
Okay, introduce who's who.
That's Walter on the left. Well, depending on how your camera is. Grace is there panting. And Little Dog's somewhere, but he's not tall enough to probably see out the window because he's a Chihuahua.
I love it. So, Chris, walk us through this beautiful rig here.
Well, it's a 579 Peterbilt with a 311 wheelbase, the 144-inch sleeper, which is more or less just like a camper would be. It's bathroom and fold-down trundle bed and kitchenette and all that kind of good stuff.
Sink.
Yeah, sink.
Shower.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
Man,
Water heater.
You know, most people, they look at this and, you know, they want to see inside. Is that something we can do today?
Sure. If you can get through the dogs.
I know, right? We'll work this out. Let's see if I can make this happen.
Oh, there's the other one.
You could be
That's the evil one.
He is evil. He's a good boy.
Let me... Excuse me, I apologize. Excuse me. I'm gonna take this actually off this. Good to go.
You need lights on? We've got an assortment.
Tour us around.
Well, this is just the regular business end of any truck, except for it's not an automatic with like a lot of these are. We settled into 18 speed. And we took the dark night interior because that's what was on hand that day.
I love it. I love it. The honesty.
I wasn't going to be all picky. I was just I felt honored to be able to get something like this, and I wasn't going to be, oh, it's going to be this and that and that. I can understand some people that way, but that's just not me, But it's got everything that you could dream of, in my opinion. I wish every truck driver could have something like this if they're going to be gone from the house. Like, well, you understand, you've been gone for months at a time.
The most, usually, yeah, 9-10 months.
Yeah.
And I got, the little International Pro Star. I would like something like this, though. Full fridge, microwave. I mean, we got everything in here.
Wait a minute. Before this, we had an International Pro Star.
Uh-oh.
We did.
I tell you, so it's humble beginnings.
Yep, we had a Pro Star. Everybody made fun of us.
But to be able to take a shower and use the bathroom is invaluable.
Invaluable.
Especially after truck stop food. But now we don't got to eat truck stop food. We can make our own.
Here's the freezer.
Let's go in. Let's see.
I don't know if you can tell our favorite food.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that. We're just eating steaks every day.
Every day.
Every day. That's amazing, guys. You guys deserve it, So yeah, sit down right here and let's have a quick conversation, I like being behind the camera these days. That's kind of like my little thing.
You want to flick that light?
The first question that a lot of people have is usually, to afford something like this, you're going to have to get paid pretty well, or can you do something like this as an owner-operator and live this type of lifestyle? What are your guys' thoughts?
We get a lot of comments on our own videos along those lines because some people think you're probably not profitable doing this. You cannot afford something like this if you're hauling general freight. You really can't. So you have to have a goal in mind, like you have goals in your life, and I had to get to a certain spot in your life to be able to afford this if you have the right freight. And we're hauling the right freight. What you've done for a living is the right kind of freight.
We talked to the salesman and actually did a video with him and asked him who buys these trucks. And he said if you're hauling general freight, you're basically not going to get approved. You're hauling jet engines, you're a furniture mover, you're doing, government contracts with hazardous material where they don't want you stopping. I think there was...
Reliable. There's quite a few carriers.
But he listed off several things that those are mainly the people that get them.
No, I love that. I love that. And we've talked about it in a lot of videos. I'll link those descriptions down below as well. But for you guys specifically, what are you hauling?
Jet engines and aviation, just aviation stuff.
Yeah. Can we speak on what company that is?
We're with Southern Pride.
Southern Pride. And I remember we talked off camera and on camera that people that work for Southern Pride do pretty well.
Yes, they do. You can haul solo. I mean, everything's been changed since COVID, I'm sure. Last year, we only did about 250 or 280 last year. It was the worst year we've ever had.
Less, yeah.
So 280,000 as team drivers was the least amount of money you guys ever made.
Yes.
Isn't that something great?
It is. I mean, I'm not complaining because we lived thrifty and we were still fine. But we was off half the year last year.
And net is always different because people always want to hear money.
Right.
But net's always different. But if we're just speaking on the gross, if 281 was the least amount, when you guys were hitting it hard for the whole year, what was the most that you guys ever teamed up and grossed together?
Did we do right at 4 that one year?
I don't know.
It was 380, 390. It was almost 400,000 that one year.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And there's so many people that think that you can't make money in trucking. And I'm here to tell people, if you work really, really hard and you really niche focus down, you could find something great in this and it could really change your life, right?
Yes.
And so with a Southern Pride, how many years do you need to get to the point of doing something like this just so we could motivate people a little bit?
At least 5 years experience, a perfect driving record. Those are the two most important things. If you're solo, you need oversized experience. A lot of open deck experience.
Height experience if you're a solo.
Wow, no, that's great. And so, now that we got that part out of the way, because people always have questions about that. We wanted to give all you mother truckers that value in the beginning. Yes, there is still money in trucking, but with that said, how has trucking changed your guys' life? You know, who's Chris? Who is Tammy? People might know y'all as Trucking Review Channel, but what were you guys doing before trucking?
Golly, that's a big one because
I have a bachelor's degree, actually.
Do you?
I do.
She used
I
to
have an
put
assortment
people
of
away.
jobs. I used to put people in the psych ward. Yeah, you see one of them?
I love that. Yeah.
Perfect timing.
I love that. I love that. And so, Chris, how about your situation?
After I went from the military just practically straight into trucking, so I had no other
He's
real
so
job
old he didn't even
experience.
have to take a CDL test. He just bought a truck and started driving it.
Is that
literally
really?
before
Yeah.
CDLs.
How many years do you have in trucking?
I don't think I'm at 30 yet, but I think I'm almost there. 29 maybe.
29 years.
I think so.
And how about yourself?
You're coming up on 11.
12.
It was 2010.
No, I met you in 2010.
I got you in 2010.
In 2009, I started driving.
You an old lady.
Wow.
I'm only 26.
Of course.
That's
of course.
right.
Of course. That's amazing to hear that, you know. And so, what is the situation? Did you become a truck driver and then you guys started dating? Next thing you know, you wanted to be a truck driver, or were you a truck driver on your own right already?
I was already driving when I met him.
So you guys are both truckers that met each other.
She came to my company and needed a little bit more training.
I did not need
They
any more
said
training.
so.
They said I had not been driving long enough, so I had to get in the truck with a trainer because I started out with a company that let me sit for 2 weeks somewhere as a I don't know, a phase 2 truck or whatever they do. So I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. So I left, but I hadn't had 6 months of experience. So they're like, oh, you gotta get in a truck with somebody. I'm like, okay, whatever. The first night, we slept in a rest area. He woke me up the next morning, and he sat in the passenger seat to read a book and had me drive. And he's like, he didn't talk too much or say a whole lot. And he's like, I can't believe you knew how to. Later, you know, down the road, he was like, well, I was surprised you knew how to shift and where you were going and how to slow down and do everything. Because, you know, he was sitting in the seat reading, like trying to not make me nervous or whatever, thinking he was going to have to help me with everything, I guess.
I had to help everybody else. You was a shoe-in. You was just ready to go. I loved it.
So
you drive
was
truck?
that the turn on? Was that like, okay, I'm gonna ask this girl out? Well, how did
No,
that
that
happen?
was years later. That was
Years later.
Yeah,
So
we were just friends.
you were her trainer.
Mhm.
That's how it started. So for people that don't know the story of Trucking Review Channel, both parties were truck drivers, and from there you guys became friends, and later it built up to the beautiful relationship you guys have now.
She's that person that you don't know why you want to be around her, but I can't help it.
He's awful.
No, I thought that was a compliment. Almost. You're getting closer, Chris.
I just can't help it. She makes me feel happy.
I love it. I love it. Aw.
And he's sweet.
I love that. You know, since we're on that, let's talk about relationships for a second. Relationships in trucking. Does that work, or does that only work when both are truck drivers?
I don't think both have to be truck drivers, but you have to have a strong commitment if you're not. And whoever's trucking needs a strong support network at home, because there's a lot of mental strife you go through out here. And you need somebody there to say, it'll be all right, honey. And, you know, you got to stab him in the neck, stab him in the neck. You know what I mean? Somebody to calm you down, keep you in focus. But I guess it would help if you both know the struggle.
No, that's a great answer.
Yeah, because I think sometimes people at home think, oh, you're just out there traveling around and it's all fun and games, and you know, we ride the motorcycles and do stuff that, yeah, we see stuff, but there's also days you are tired, and we're fortunate to get a shower, but there's most drivers don't have a shower built in. When COVID started, they were closing showers and bathrooms and restaurants, and people couldn't get anything that they needed.
You know, wow, that's, you know, and that's amazing. So, relationship question. How do you make it work in usually a very small confined space?
We've never had that problem that I hear so many other people have, that they can't be together all the time. We love being together. When she gets mad, she will slam the curtain.
You think the curtain slams? Really?
It
The
slams.
curtain does not even slam.
And-
He'll be
and
like,
then
I
I'll-
heard you slam the curtain.
I'll just keep yakking at her, and I'm not going to shut up till you come and talk to me, and we're going to settle it. You don't go to bed mad. You fix it now. Of course, she can sleep at any time, so she can go to bed mad. And tomorrow's a whole new day, and she's happy again.
No, I love that. I love that. Talking about this, a lot of times on the Asian My Show, we like to talk about the entrepreneurial side of trucking, because when you're out here, be out here for a reason. And you and I have talked off camera. You've had some dreams in your life. You had some goals. What has trucking done for you outside of trucking with the money that you've made in trucking?
Trucking's afforded me so many different business opportunities over the years. If you look at everything that's attached to trucking and spin-offs, like what you're doing here on that side and everything, right? It's related to trucking. And end goals. I had an end goal since 1998 to buy a poultry business or a hog business, and that's what we've just recently done. I am addicted to chicken. See, I have seen that every night I have to come down here and I have to check everything, right? Okay, I've got empty racks for tomorrow, right? So I don't know what they go to, because I just don't know, guys, because everything I've done has revolved around a different kind of barn. I don't know anything about this kind of barn. But now it's time for the dirty birds to go to sleep. So, good night, Betty. Good night. Oh, maybe a week and a half, and we're going to be back on the road. Grace will be upset about that because she likes the farming life. It's going to rain like a mofo today, but we got work to do, right? Here, I'll show you. These things here they're called cool sails, but they're like swamp coolers, if you know what that is. And anyway, I got to rebuild this one and this one today, unless the rain hits. Wait, guys, calm down. My goal, over everything, over money, over everything, is to raise a healthy, happy chicken.
Congratulations, congratulations. I'm not gonna, you're not gonna brag for yourself, but I will. But they got like over 18,000 chickens, y'all. And
Chickens.
I am so impressed with y'all. I super wish you guys the best. And here's a story, people, that you can work hard your whole life, and you could do it with trucking, and you could do something with it. At the end of the day, honestly, what's the key tip to having something more than just trucking? Because we hear so many people after 30 years of trucking, they have nothing.
One of the reasons we may not argue or have the relationship as far as get along stuff, because we think a lot alike, and a lot of people argue about money. He believes he is thrifty. I spend way less money than he does, so he actually likes that. But when it comes to like big decisions like that, we're on the same page.
The new truck drivers that are coming into this industry, any advice for them? Because you guys have been able to make it work. You're really out here trucking, and so what's the truth that they should really know about trucking to just make it out here? Because I know there's a lot of sacrifice, but
In my personal opinion, it's natural for humans to want to take the shortcut to get somewhere. And I believe that taking the shortcut isn't always the best thing for your long range viability. So if you make your list of where you want to go and the different ways to get there, what's going to be the best way to get there? Because there's 1,000 people telling you how to do it, but they may be telling you the short list that's going to maybe lead you into pitfalls along the way, and then you can lose sight of your goal because you get mired down in pain.
There are some companies that you can go to and make a lot of money because you're running illegal logs. Once you get those tickets, you can't come to this company. So it's kind of what are you trading for what? If you got a family at home, over the road may not be for you if you have young kids versus if your kids are grown and everything.
If a person is solely coming out to become a truck driver for the money, do you recommend they do it?
If they do it on a short term, I'm going to go truck for a few years. I'm going to get my life together. I'm going to finish college or whatever it is. If that's the plan, I think that's perfectly fine. But if they don't stick with that plan, they're going to get bitter because this isn't what is that how they're built. Being a truck driver, I'm built for this, but everyone's not, and that's okay. I'm not built to be a hairdresser. Jenna does amazing things with hair, and I'm like, I couldn't do that. That lady be shooting me.
Well, and I've always said, if you're a single person, male or female, you don't own your house, you're renting or whatever, you could come out here for 6 months or a year, once a month, rent a car, park your truck, and go on vacation wherever you want to once a month, and save the rest of your money. If you have the self-control to do that. If you know you do, then it would be great because you could just save all your money. You don't have a house, you don't have rent, you don't have utilities. It's just, what are you able to realistically do?
No, I love that. I love that. So, in this interview, we talk about trucking. We talked about, some of the entrepreneurship parts of it and being able to, buy that chicken farm that you've always wanted. But what do y'all do for fun?
That is our fun.
There's a motorcycle on the back of the truck
we got
and one on the trailer.
Oh, we gotta go take a look at that. So, when you guys are out here, is it all work?
No, we delivered yesterday. We had all day off. Had the day off. I have tomorrow off.
We
I don't
ate
want
some
those
Vietnamese
days off.
food.
Yes.
But we do get to do the things that we do enjoy.
We
It's
were at
something
Sturgis
small.
during Sturgis last fall
How fun's that?
on our Hondas.
Eating
I love it.
Vietnamese was better than Sturgis. Trust me there. That's what we like to eat. And we got our favorite little hidey hoes, and we walk in, they're like, oh, it's them guys again,
We went to the Devil's Tower, was it last year?
Year before last.
Year before. And someone found a rattlesnake in the road and started playing with it, and it latched onto the tire.
We like being
Scared
able
me
to
half
see
to
the
death.
the things we never get to see as truck drivers. That's what we go see.
I love that. I love that. So, trucking almost 30 years, trucking 11, 12 years. Where is the best place to get some food in the nation?
Oh my, there's so many good places, and there's some places where I don't ever want to eat again. And I'm not going to put down those places because somebody loves them.
I heard that.
But I got, my special places. And then there's a lot of places that I still haven't gone to.
Yeah. What's your favorite type of food then?
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese?
100%.
Oh, then the best food's gotta have to be at my mom's house.
But we haven't been there, so.
You need to take us to your mom's house.
That's what we need to do. At the end of this, do you want to give a shout outs to anyone or any last advice, recommendations?
Work hard, play less, save it all. Don't gamble it away. That's my motto in a way.
I love that, Tammy. You're like, what he said would sound great.
He said it.
I love it. Now, shout outs to anyone now?
Now, wait a minute. This is the part that balances us out, though, because he is the work hard, and I'm the let's go play. That really is, because he would work all the time. And I'm like, we're going on a motorcycle ride today. I'm going to go somewhere. Let's do something.
Shout out to everybody that has helped us and helped you and people like us that want to share our stories, that they're there to listen and maybe learn from some of our mistakes along the way.
No, definitely. Now, when we talk about mistakes, I'll probably put this in the middle of it. What mistakes would you take back, or would you wish you would have known?
There's a lot of them, and thanks, Grace. There's a lot of them, but they're all not terrible because they were all learning experiences. I should have moved over here to this industry sooner. That's what I wanted to do for years.
He has a bad habit of once he's somewhere, he's loyal to that company.
I'm loyal to a fault. That's
so one place that we went to lost all their team freight, and they're like, oh, we're going to try and get it back. Well, 2 or 3 months down the road, we're not making any money because there's no team freight and they're running us like a solo.
And that's happened several times over the years where I've wasted a good year of my life trying to be loyal, and I'm going to work it out. I'm going to stick with them for a while. If things are going south, it's probably time to go.
That's great advice.
are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.